Hey guys, Zoliax here and welcome to another new Airlines Manager video. In this video I'm going to be looking at cargo aircraft and the alternatives for cargo aircraft. As most players will know, the cargo aircraft in game don't exactly have the best range, and that is because simply when they have maximum amount of cargo in them, they just can't travel this far because of all the extra weight. Obviously, in the real world, these aircraft can fly with half loads, which will obviously extend their range. But unfortunately, in the game, we don't have the feature where we can, reduce the capacity of the aircraft, and in return gain a performance increase. If we look in game, you can see that the furthest that we can travel with the cargo aircraft is roughly 9,200 odd kilometers. This was the furthest route I could find, but it's around 9,200 kilometers, and that's for a Boeing 747-400 extended range freighter. So what I've done then, I have plugged in 4 of the longest haul freighters, and I've also selected 4 passenger aircraft and run them as a full cargo setup. And if you have watched my videos before, you know I enjoy my spreadsheets. So I've created this. So as you can see on the left here, I have used the MD-11 CF 777-200 freighter, 747-400 ERF, and the 747-8F, which are the 4 biggest freighters in the game. And then I've used the A380-800, the 747-8I, and then the A350-1000 and the 777-300ER as my passenger aircraft converted to freighters. As you can see, I've got the cargo numbers here. The MD-11 can carry just as much as an A380 and costs nearly 2/3 of the price. So yeah, I plugged them in. I believe the route I used for this was Jakarta to Nairobi. I then obviously, as usual, let the aircraft run. So again, all 8 of these aircraft has flown the route exactly the same number of times. So the maintenance costs are comparable. And as we can see, the result per cargo, obviously the cargo aircraft massively outperform the passenger converts, simply because they can carry the payload, obviously at the cost of range. So plugging all the data in, the most profitable aircraft, naturally the freighters are at the front with the passenger converts at the back. Cheapest to maintain per cargo, as expected, again the freighters appear quite high, apart from if we go into the D check, the 747-8F obviously costs quite a lot to maintain on a D check, but when it comes to result per maintenance, obviously it puts itself back up there, and unsurprisingly again the freighters are quite high up. So with that in mind then, my overall conclusion for these: if you're a professional mode player where the A check only is the most cost-effective maintenance system, the 747-8F is your go-to freighter, obviously for routes that are under or within its range. For everything that is over that, your go-to will be the A350-1000 converted into a freighter, and that can carry 56 cargo at a time. So obviously you are going to need to have a lot of A350s 1000s to carry that cargo, but obviously the A350 does have a very handy range to it. But yeah, after the 747-8 freighter, there's the 747-400 ERF, 777-200 freighter, MD-11 cargo freighter, then the A350 1000. Obviously the last four here are the ones that will have the range to go further than the ones above it. The 777-300 ER, followed by the 747-8I, and last but not least the A380-800. For Tycoon mode then, where a D-check only system is the most cost effective. Again, the freighters are, if you have the range, the 747-400 ERF is your go-to. The 777-200F will be followed behind it. Obviously this 777-200F does have a slightly lower runway length requirement, so there are some times where the 777-200 will be your only option anyway. 747-8F and the MD-11F CF. I wouldn't really recommend ever using the MD-11 CF, perfectly honest. So obviously outperforms the passenger converts just simply because it has the payload. But other than that, stick to the 747s and the 777s for the smaller airports. But in Tycoon mode, when it comes to what passenger aircraft to convert, the 777-300 ER comes out on top for D-checks. That can carry 69 cargo each. So you probably won't need as many as you would for the A350-1000s. And again, the 777-300 ER has, I can't remember off the top of my head, somewhere in the 14,000 kilometer range, which is plenty, apart from obviously your ultra long haul routes. As you can see, obviously I haven't had the A350-900 ULR or the 777-200 ER or LR, sorry, for those ultra long hauls. And most of them don't really have a massively high cargo demand anyway, and just because of the sheer distance, the profitability of those are going to be quite low. So overall, if you're wanting to do the shorter range, do stick to the cargo aircraft. That's what they're designed for, and that's where the most money is. If you are wanting to cover up your cargo demand, stick to the 777-300 ERs and the A350-1000s. I know it's very tempting to go for the 8Is and the A380s, simply because they can carry more cargo in one go, but they come at a higher running cost, which just naturally makes them slightly less profitable overall. And obviously we demonstrated that if you don't take maintenance into account, then the A380-800 and the 8I 747 do make good money, but because of the sheer cost of running them, you end up losing that extra money that you've gained. So yeah, stick to the 777 and the A350 if you want to convert into freighters. But that is going to be the end of this video. It would be great if Playrion managed to introduce a system where we could reduce the capacity of the freighters to increase their range. I don't do much coding myself, but I can imagine that could be quite difficult to put into place. The other alternative to that would be to have a cargo aircraft. So if I just go into this, oh no, not that one. Acquisition. So if we take the 8F for example, it can carry 134 tons even, and travel 8,130 kilometers. They could add a second 747-8F to the game that has a cargo capacity of say 90 tons of cargo, but has a range of 12,000 kilometers. You know, there are alternative to the system. But with all that said and done, thank you for watching, everybody. If you've liked the video, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button as well, and that will give you notifications to all my future content. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to catch you again soon. See you later.